We have got a interesting knife to talk about today. This is the Damned Designs Banshee, which is a new model. It's been out for a little bit. I'm not always on the cutting edge of knife reviews, which is okay. This was loaned in from my friend Alex over at Alex's Knives and Such YouTube channel. There will be a link down below, and I will also put a link to my Damned Designs playlist because I've done several of them. My other buddy Pete, Therapeutic Edge, lent me 4 or 5 of them a few months ago when they first came out. And so I will link to that playlist. And I think these are available on Amazon. These might pre-orders. I'm not really sure. On the website, the Damn Designed website, it does talk about it being under pre-order, but I know people that have them. So I'll check Amazon and see. That's where a lot of them are sold. I will check Amazon, and if there is, I'll put a link to that, an affiliate link, and I will also put a link to the Damn Designs website. So anyway, without further ado, you get some stickers, you get a microfiber cloth, and you get a cool box. All right, let's put that off to the side. Totally forgot my rule number 9 coin. It sometimes gets moved out of the way so that I can measure and make my notes about the knife and all that good stuff. Because yes, I got notes. I can't remember everything. And I've done a video on that. So I'll try to remember to link that also if you want to see how I go about putting together all the details. So that's a different video. Anyway, there are some things I really love about this knife, and there are some things that I don't love about this knife. So let's just dive right into the specs first, and then we'll do a close-up. These run anywhere from $55 to $145. I understand that's a big range, and we'll talk about why in just a minute. So your overall closed length is 5 inches. The overall length, and that was not an intentional slip. That's something we'll talk about when we get to the negative parts. The overall length is 8 1/8. Now that includes, in those dimensions, is the extended deep carry clip that is deeper than the knife, which I don't understand. A 3.17-inch blade and a 3.29 cutting edge. Let me come back to that. Okay, it is 14C28N blade steel, 0.156 blade thickness, overall thickness of 0.538. It runs on bearings, and it weighs in at 5.5 ounces. So it is roughly the same weight as your 5-ounce Duracell D-size battery. Okay? So let's go back to the blade length and whatnot, and we'll zoom in for this. So I measure, and I've talked about this before, from the edge of the scale, the farthest edge of the scale to the tip of the blade. I measure 3.17. On their website, it says the blade is 3.6 inches. So if you measure from the bottom of the scale to the tip of the blade, you do get 3.6 inches. Okay? I measure the cutting edge from the edge here to the tip, and I get 3.29. On their website, it says it's a 3.4-inch cutting edge. So I remeasured, and I measured from the edge here to the point, and then I added this dimension for the Tonto, and I got 3.8 something. So, or 3.7 something. It was not 3.4. So I'm confused where they are measuring the cutting edge. That's why I always measure and weigh everything myself, because cut sheets, if you will, or data sheets or websites sometimes round up, sometimes skew the numbers a little bit. There's one particular maker who flat out has said in videos prior that he puts the incorrect number on his website specifically to keep people from being able to copy his designs. That's an interesting take on it, in my opinion. So it's a beautiful stonewashed blade with the logo there, which is cool. This particular model is in G10, black G10. It comes in jade G10 as well as tan G10. And those ones will all run you $55 in the 14C28N blade steel. They also have a stonewashed titanium scale with this same 14C28N blade steel. Excuse me, and that will run you $100. If you want to upgrade the steel to S35, you can get that with the stonewashed titanium scales, and that runs you $145. So that's why there's a range from $55 to $145. Now, what they don't offer is the S35 blade on a G10 scale. Okay, I guess. I think that would be an option, or should be an option if you ask me. Now, the pocket clip is done well in the sense that they didn't take my advice. I always harp on using flathead screws and countersinking the clip. Well, what they did is they used kind of more button Allens and recessed the clip far enough where the heads of the screws are below the scales. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Why it is deeper than the knife, I have no idea. I mentioned that on my Invictus video, as well as my Wendigo video, because they use the exact same scales. Same size, shape, everything. It goes into the pocket without a problem based on this clip, yet it's too deep and I have trouble getting it out of my pocket because it is so far in the pocket that there's no real leverage to pull it out, and it's a bit of a hassle. Now, it is left or right hand carry, and they've got a cool block off plate, so you don't have a hole there like you have on the Hellraiser P Series automatic. It is left or right, and they milled that out. But now I have a blank hole on the show side for me because I'm right-handed. Well, on Damn Designs, you get a plug, which I think is awesome. I love that. So the other negative or issue that I have is the detent feels weird. It's a really strong detent. It's too strong for me with my finger. However, it's really not that strong when you go to Spidey flick it. So it's odd to me. I don't know that it's the detent being strong or the geometry, maybe. I don't know that it's more in line with the pivot. Maybe it needs to be up a little bit to get a little more leverage. I don't know. I'm not a designer. I am just making a comment of things that I see and feel in handling this knife. I love the blade shape. I don't know if I love the big cutout, but okay. But I love it. It's kind of short and stout and like super solid. You could really get a lot of work done with this knife. So I love it for that reason. But the detent is a little weird for me, and the pocket clip is pretty much not really going to work for me. Call me a pocket clip snob. I don't care. If I can't get it in and out of the pocket easily, it's just not going to work. The Sharpie and the number 2 pencil as a size comparison. We talked about it being the same weight as the D-cell battery. Here's an idea as to what that looks like. And this is the AA and the D. Since we talked about the Hellraiser, let's pull the automatic out. Have a quick peek at that. I do have, actually, I should have grabbed it. I do have a stonewashed and G10 Hellraiser that I didn't pull out. I should have thought more ahead. Here in the kind of similar price range, this is $48. This is $55. The Kubi KB237. So a little bit thinner in height. So it might fit a little bit better in your pocket. D2 blade steel versus the 14C28N. The pocket clip is not as deep carry, but it has the screw there. So the head of the screw does kind of play in. Also a liner lock, also a flipper. Okay. I think you get a more stout blade on the Dam designs, but I don't know. They're very similar. I don't know that you can really go wrong with either if you can get over the pocket clip. Okay. For me, that's a deal breaker on this particular knife because it takes manipulation and thought to get that out of my pocket. So, and how about one last one here, the Spyderco Delica, just because I've already rambled long enough and gone over the 10 minutes that I kind of shoot for. And so why not just go for gusto? All right. Well, there you go, guys. Please go check out Alex's channel down below. And I will have some links to my playlist, to this on Amazon if there is one, to their website, and some other good links down below. If you have any questions on this one, please let me know. I would gladly be able to answer them if I still have it, or if not, I can direct you to Alex and or find some information for you. But yeah, please let me know if you've got any comments, questions down below, and have a fantastic day.